I want to bring to you today, from a layman's point of view, the story of Lot. Lot, the brother of Abraham, and his two daughters that lived in Sodom and Gomorrah. You will find the story in Genesis chapter 19. You see, one would be wondering, how come Lot landed himself in the very bad city of Sodom and Gomorrah? You will remember that there was a time he moved along with Abraham, his brother, but they acquired a lot of wealth, sheep, oxen, cattle, and so on. Then their servants began to have problems amongst themselves. And then Abraham and his brother Lot decided to separate, so that they will have more space to themselves. And that was how Lot went to the land of Sodom, because the pasture there looked greener to him. But he didn't know the kind of lifestyle that was obtainable in Sodom. So that was how he ended up in Sodom. But that doesn't mean that he was not in close relation and communication with his brother Abraham. This is the background of this story. When Lot got to Sodom, he discovered that the people of Sodom were living in great immorality of sexual perversions of different kinds, but the most popular one was gayism. And it happened that on this particular day, two angels visited his brother Abraham and his wife Sarah and gifted them with fertility. And after that, they decided to go to Sodom. Then Abraham pleaded with them to not. I have made a video on this, I think yesterday. Abraham pleaded with the angels not to destroy Sodom, knowing that he has a brother there. And of course, they promised that they were not going to destroy Sodom if they found one person that was righteous there. So then they moved on to Sodom. And when they got there, Lot saw them from afar and welcomed them, forced them to come into his house and stay, knowing that the country is full of, you know, hungry wolves looking for their fellow men to sleep with. The angels argued a little bit. They wanted to maybe sleep in a hotel or something, but after much persuasion from Lot, they accepted and went into the house of Lot. But as soon as they were getting into the house, the people approached them. People that saw them coming approached them and started dragging, Lot, asking him to bring the men they saw that entered his house. He should bring them out so that they will sleep with them. Negi want you. So Lot said no. So when he saw that those people were mean, they weren't joking. They were going to break the door and sleep with the angels by force. Lot did what I don't get to understand. He promised to give his two virgin daughters to the men in place of the two visitors or the two angels that were in his house. While these debates were going on, the angels opened the door and dragged Lot from the veranda, from the front of the door, and dragged him inside the house and shut the door. After a while, they opened the door and caused the whole people that were around Lot's house trying to break in. All of them became blind. They couldn't find their ways to the door or even back to their homes. The angels now told Lot to hurry up and pack their things. They asked Lot if he had other relations living around with him, and they specifically mentioned in-laws, brother-in-laws or son-in-laws. Lot said yes and quickly went to inform his two son-in-laws about the impending doom. So, but these people are Sodomites. They are people of Sodom and Gomorrah. So they didn't really take Lot seriously. They were okay with the lifestyle of their people. The angels told Lot to forget about them. Hurry, hurry, hurry. So he hurried with his wife and his two daughters, virgin daughters, and sneaked out of Sodom. The angels instructed Lot to move to the mountains with his family so that the fire and the brimstones that will fall on the land of Sodom will not get to them at the mountain. But Lot thought about how to survive on the mountains, very difficult. So he pleaded to be allowed to go to the nearest city of Zoar. And the angel said, okay, you can. We will spare Zoar for your sake. They went to Zoar, and after a while, they saw that Zoar is not as hospitable and as conducive as they thought it was going to be. So they eventually still moved up to the mountains. While they were making this movement, Lot's wife looked back. I don't know if she looked back to the city of the Nineveh while they were leaving, or that she looked back while they were coming from Zoar to the mountains. She became a pillar of salt. Now, while they were at the mountains, remember, it's now just Lot and his two daughters. These girls that were virgins started thinking of what will become of them at this cave. How long are they going to be here? If they all die off in this cave, their family name will be wiped off. Or the two girls plotted to induce their father to knock him off with alcohol and to sleep with him in order to become pregnant. So they planned it well, executed it successfully, and they gave birth to two boys, Moab and Benami or Belami. I think Benami. Of course, Moab, where the Moabites came from exactly. You remember where Naomi, yes, Naomi and Elimelech, her husband, that moved from Judah to Moab to live. Remember Naomi that lost husband Elimelech and their two sons the same day, told his two daughter-in-laws to return back to their father's homes because they are from Moab. But Ruth decided to stick with her mother-in-law Naomi, and returned with her. Wherever you go, I go. Wherever you stay, I stay, and stuff like that. But that one is a different story. Then the second daughter of Lot still had a son, Benami, that became the tribe of Amorites. These people that Israelites, inherited their lands and all of that. Now, here are my questions. Recent believers will first wonder why the children of Lot would have to sleep with their father. Is it not an incest? I am not asking this question because I understood that at that time, people still marry their brothers, they marry their relation. So at that point, it wasn't an incest. But the major question I have now, is why would Lot offer his virgin daughters to the wolves? People that wanted to sleep with you as a man, you are offering them your daughters. One, they are not into women. Secondly, you don't worry about your daughters, what happens to them? It doesn't make sense. Then, number two question I have is, do we see angels? How come how come Lot was seeing the angels? First, Abraham saw the angels. They sat down and ate with Sarah. After that, they promised them that they were going to become pregnant and have Isaac. Again, they came to Sodom. Angels. In fact, in some translations, they were even called God. How come Lot was able to see them coming? He even made food for them and they all ate. So, do we see angels? Were everybody seeing angels? If I say it's because Lot was an upright man, so he was seeing angels, how come the people of Sodom also saw the two angels? entering Lot's house and they are approached to come and sleep with them. Then the third question I have is, what offense did Lot's wife commit in looking back? When we were kids, Lot's wife was used in forming many songs, Christian songs, and all of that, teaching us not to look back when we are running heavenly race and everything. The truth is that Lot's wife was a mother, and mothers don't run straight when they are running with their family. It's normal for them to look front and back to be sure that everybody is complete. Are my daughters, with me? Is there anybody coming behind us that is trying to hurt us? Did we forget anything? Ijikwa key. I hope you have the key. Stuff like that. This is particular about women. So, but that passage just said casually, and Lot's wife looked back and became a pillar of salt. Except if it meant that she didn't want to leave Sodom, that she wanted to stay behind, or that she was trying to stop Lot and the two daughters from moving. Except that. But if not, why say that she turned into a pillar of salt for looking back? So if you have other questions to make out of this story, put them down at the comment section. And if you have answers to the doubts or the questions that I raised, please give us answers at the comment section. Remember that my intention for making these videos are not to mock God or mock religion, be it Christianity or Islam or Judaism or any other religion that, uses the books of the Bible. So, but we are trying to make sense of some of these stories because this is the foundation of our faith. This is what we grew with. This is what we are being fed spiritually with. And where I came from, many people believe that the spiritual controls the physical. If we are spiritually sick, it means that we would be both physically, mentally, and psychologically sick, right? So we are trying to make sense of some things that are causing us confusion so that we can really face our life squarely and make the best of our opportunities here on earth. My name is Vivian, and I am going to see you on the next one.